All right. To answer Rachel's question, we'll review in the second half of this period. I wanted to particularly practice getting the equation from a table, which I don't think we practice in significant, especially with decay. Okay, so that's the one thing we're going to make sure to definitely practice. Then the rest of the period will be given up for review.
Was this in the packet?
The questions like this should be in the packet.
Oh, so then it's just fine. We went over it, I think, then.
I don't. Well, I'm going to go over it again then, regardless. So, lost my participants. Come on in. Just looking at the questions. Yeah, okay. The packet does have a couple of questions in this. Just want to make sure. All right. So today we're just going to focus on this. This probably will take about 10 to 15 minutes, and then the rest I'll give it up for review of whatever the test that we're coming up with. So we're going to do about 3 to 4 tables. So we're just going to take a little bit, like maybe a page, 1, 2, 3. I'll make a 4th one if I need to.
You post a review packet?
I did post a review packet last Friday. And then let me actually put numbers here. So let's do 3/2, 3, 6, 12, 24. So that will be our first problem, where we have a table. Oh, and to answer a problem or a question, some people ask, like, can you make your table?
Isn't that by growth?
That will be a growth. We're going to do decay next. I just want to use growth as a baseline. Somebody asked, like, if you're making the table to graph, can you make it vertically like this? Yeah, you absolutely can make it vertically, by the way. I just do it horizontally because it fits better on a computer. I like the Smartboard notebook. This is a growth, though. Good catch. So let's talk about how do you find the parts of the expression. So the equation is y equals, we'll do different colors, a times b to the x. Now, your a value, which we have in notes already, I just wanted to go over again. The a value is when x equals 0. So when x equals 0, your a value is going to be given. In this case, it's 6, because that's where x equals 0 is. Your b value is what you are multiplying each time you're going up. And I'm pretty sure most of you can see we're doubling in size, so we're timesing by 2 each time. So in this case, your b is 2 to the x power. So your final answer is 6 times 2 to the x power.
Wait, what do you mean by 6 times 2 equals y?
That is your equation. So the question would be, I give you the table, you get me the equation. Usually I give you the equation and you make the table. This is the reverse.
Why 6 though?
6, because that's where x equals 0. So x equals 0 is here. So that causes it to be 6. And 6 is the y value where x equals 0. So it's going to be that, 6. And you could check it by plugging in 0 into the equation. And you could plug in any number here to the equation. And if you get those y's, that will indicate you got it right. So if I plug in 0 in this equation, 2 to the 0 power is 1. And then 6 times 1 is 6. That makes sense. 2 to the 1 power. 2 to the 1 power is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. That makes sense. And then I'm going to also ask on the test, is this a growth or a decay? Since it's getting bigger each time, you could easily say it's a growth. You also know that because b is greater than 1 in this case. So there's 2 ways to know. 1, the number's getting bigger, or I don't want to say actually larger because I'm going to show you one with a negative. So let's just say for a fact b is greater than 1. You're multiplying a number bigger than 1 each time. Okay. So I'm going to do a purposely a little bit not clear one. So let's do 8 to the third. Eight to the sixth. No. 8 to the third. Let's do. All right, 16 to the ninth. 32 to the 18, which this could be simplified to.
Wait, is this gonna be on our test on Wednesday?
Yeah, this is going to be on test on Wednesday. Wait, I'm trying to make a good one. So we actually have to, I want to prove something. So if I did 8 over 3, let's do, okay, I'll make it easy. 8 over 9, 8 over 27, 8 over 81. Yeah, no, I changed it like 200 times. My bad. 260, no, 3.
So then
240.
wouldn't it be 8 over 27 is times like whatever that number?
Sure. And let's talk about how we're going to find this. First off, the A and B, it's still the same thing. Now, A here is going to be where 0 is. So we know that's 8 over 27. So that's going to be my A value. I'll do it in green because I'll be consistent. So 8 over 27. And that's going to be my A value because that's where 0 equals. Now that's going to be times my B value. Now some of you might be able to see it. What is your B value? But just in case you don't, now in a situation where you don't know what your B value is, so I'm times it by some number, and I don't know what that number is. What you can do is let's talk about this one. 8 to the third times some number, I don't know what that number is, so I'll call it X, is going to give me 8 to the ninth. Everyone could kind of agree with that. 8 to the third times some number, whatever X is going to give me 8 to the ninth. So I can set it up like an algebra problem to find that slope, or that, no, it's not slope, my bad, that growth / decay. So we could use it as an algebra problem to find the pattern of it. Now, can anyone tell me, when you have 8 over 3, what can I do to both sides to get rid of 8 over 3? I need to multiply it by something. Starts with an R.
3 over 8.
3 over 8. Good. If you don't remember what the name of that is the reciprocal. So you got to multiply it by 3 over 8 on both sides. Which allows you to cross out the 3's and 8's here. So X equals 8 over 9 times 3 over 8. You could technically multiply straight through first, but use a little idea where, hey, I could simplify before I multiply. 8 and 8, you could take out an 8 out of both of them and reduce it to 1 and 1. And 3 and 9, you could take out a 3 out of both of them. So that's 1 and 3, because 9 divided by 3 is 3. Multiply straight through, that's 1/3. That means the mystery number that was multiplied by was 1 over 3.
Wait,
So-
Mr. Tony.
So the thing that's going to become here is 1 over 3 to the X power. Do you have a question on the math, I imagine?
Yeah, I was just wondering, why is all the extra math necessary if you can just look at the denominator and see, like, it's like 3 times 3 is 9, so you can just, and
Now, I
1
purposely-
8 times 1 is 8.
That's perfect. If you see like, oh, it's 1 over 3, no duh. Like here, up here, I don't have to do the whole thing because I could easily see it's doubling. And if you see it's times by 1/3, that's fine. The only thing I want to be careful with, you don't want to write divided by 3 because somebody might think of it like that, but it's technically multiplied by 1/3. So this will guarantee you get the right number. But if you see it, you don't have to do that extra work. You could just write the equation.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. In this situation, it is a decay. So this is a decay. because it's 1/3 or something smaller than 1. Okay. Next one.
Wait, how do you know it's a decay?
You see how the blue, the number inside the exponent is 1/3? 1/3 is less than 1. When it's less than 1, it's a decay. If it's greater than 1, it's a growth.
Also, why is there an x and exponent?
X is always the exponent because this is a exponential
Why is
growth
it
for decay.
there?
Say that again.
Why is it there? Why is it there?
Why is this X here? This one or this one?
No, the one you're pointing at right now.
That one is there because in the general equation, it's a times b to the x power. If x power wasn't there, then we would have a linear function or something different. It would be a completely different situation. So the x power has to be there. It's just kind of like something that's forced to be there. Kind of like how we always have y equals mx plus b, something that always has to be there. All right, here's another one. 8, 12, 18, 27, 81/2. Okay.
I think I know the answer to this, but I have no idea how to like write it.
That's fine. So let's talk about it then, because I can see you probably like visualizing the pattern pretty well. But how do you write that pattern? Again, we're going to break it up into two pieces, the A and the B. So the A is always where x equals 0. This case is simply 18. So we get that for free. Basically, we get that for free. The B, what we're going to do with the B is we need to find the pattern from here to here, or here to here, or here to here, or here to here. Now, you could choose any two numbers to work with. I'm going to purposely choose the smaller numbers. So 8 times some mystery number, I don't know what that number is, so x equals 12. 8 times x equals 12. I don't know what that mystery number is. But if I divide 8 on both sides, I'm left with x equals 12/8. Somebody help me. What's the simplification of 12/8?
1.5.
1.5. I'm going to leave it as 3/2 as a fraction, okay? But if you change it to 1.5, you'll still get full credit. So 18 times 3/2.
Wait, Mr. Tobel, Mr. Tobel.
Yeah.
Will the 0 and 18 always be the like A?
Whatever 0 equals, the A is going to be the y bars.
All right.
So then
Mr.
here,
Tobel?
yeah, go ahead.
Wait, okay, so why did you divide by 8?
Oh, 8 times x equals 12. How do you get x by itself?
Oh, it's time. I didn't see the times x.
Okay. So
Wait,
we
where
have,
does the 18 go?
where does the 18 go? It goes in front of the bx. It would be the a value right here.
But like when we were doing, actually, never mind.
Oh, you could choose whatever pair of numbers. So I could do 8 and 12. I could do 12 and 18. I could do 18 to 27. I could do 27 to 81.5. You could choose any pair, which includes 18, but you're not forced to use the 18 there, just to make clear. All right. And I'm going to guess that, Hubbard, you probably were thinking like, you're adding the half of it. So you're like, I know it's adding the half of it, but I don't know how to describe that. That's why we do
Yeah,
that.
I had no idea how to write it.
Exactly. That's why we do the blue stuff, to make sure we know the exact number. Now the question is this a growth or a decay? Three over two,
Growth.
good. Or what Cheryl said, the 1.5, that's bigger than 1. Because it's bigger than 1, it is a growth. Okay? We're going to do one more because I want to do one more.
Wait, I have a question. How did you get 3 over 2?
In the blue, I got 3 over 2.
I know, I still don't get it though.
Oh, so there's a couple of things I did. Mute your mic while you're not talking because I think there's an echo. First off, I need to figure out what's the pattern. Now, usually you look at it at what's being multiplied between the numbers. But 8 to 12, that might not be clear. For me, like I know what the number is because I'm like a math teacher. I've been doing this for years. But you might not be clear to you. So when you're in doubt, you can choose to divide in order to figure out what you're multiplying. So
Can you divide by any of them and you'll get the same answer?
As long as it's the correct pair. So you have to do like, if you do 8x equals 12, or you do 12x equals 18. If you make a mistake and do it backwards, like 18x equals 12, you're not going to get the right answer. So it has to be the next one.
No, I'm saying, can you do like 8x equals 81 over 2?
8x equals 81 over 2? No, because
Yeah.
that's not one space away.
Okay.
If it were like a different level, maybe I would do that, but we'll just keep it to this. Okay.
Are you going to be here Wednesday, or will we take the test without you?
You're going to have a proctor. I'll post the instructions on how that's all going to work once I have that all set up for you guys.
Wait, you're
Okay.
not gonna be here?
No,
But
I can't.
question.
Wait, why can't you be here?
Because somebody in my family got COVID.
Oh, feel better.
I feel just fine, thankfully. It's just, I have to, they force you to quarantine 25 days.
Oh.
Yes, there's a huge echo. So I don't know if 2 people have it or something or whatever. What am I thinking of? All right, yeah. So Wednesday you'll have a proctor. I'll post Google Classroom, like something on that tells you like, this is what's going to happen. This is the procedure. So if you have questions, to be fair, it's a test. You shouldn't have questions for me. But I will be on a Zoom while you're testing it. So if you have a question for clarification, I'm happy to take it, but there should be no questions on how to do anything. And you shouldn't ask me how to do anything, even though you still ask me sometimes, guys. Try to stop that. All right, let's do last one. Let's do 10. No, -10, -4, -8 over 5, -16 over 25, -32 over 125. -10, -4, -8 over 5, -16 over 25, -32 over 125. Yeah, I think I did it correctly. Okay. Same concept. Your value is going to be the 0. Your A value is going to be where the 0 is. So 0 is -8 over 5. So your 0 is -8 over 5. If you turn it into a decimal, 1.6, or you turn it into a mixed number, 1 3/5, you'll still be correct. That's okay. Oh, that's your pattern. Good. Good, Cheryl. So the pattern is not that clear. So what we're going to do is a little bit of math. So our pattern is going to be -10. I'm going to put B here instead of X because we're looking for B. So this will find you B. So I'll put B instead. So -10B. I start at -10 and I'm going to -4. Good, Daniel. I agree with that answer. So you got -10B equals -4 divided by -10 divided by -10. B equals -4 over -10, which you could take out a -2 out of both of them, 2 over 5. So your B is
that 2.5?
no 2 over 5 is a different number than 2.5. 5 over 2 is 2.5. 2 over 5 is going to be like 0.4 as a decimal. So -8/5
Hey,
times.
why did you do the 4 over the 10? Why didn't you do the 10 over the 4?
You're going left to right. So you got to start at your left piece, which is -10, and then your right piece, which is -4.
Mr. Tobo, do you know if there's any review sheets in the classroom that like I could take? Because I wasn't here to get them out. Oh. Can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I think your
We can't
audio
hear
cut
Mr.
you.
Tobo, you're muted.
Why did you yell?
I don't think you're actually muted because when I saw there was no mute sign, but probably just like your audio or something. I don't know.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wait, so what'd you
All right.
say?
Final
What'd you say,
question.
Lola?
Any extra
Final
in the class?
statement here. Growth or decay. This is going to be 2/5 is smaller than 1. So this is a decay. All right. All right. Use the rest of the time to review or think about stuff.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
No problem. Have a wonderful day.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Mr.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Mr.
Mr. Tobo.
Wait,
Have a good
why
day.
is
It's posted on
decay?
Google Classroom. I cannot physically print it because I'm not physically there for you.
Wait, is it on Google
Mr.
Class?
Toble,
Yes, I posted it Friday.
why is it decay? It's going from -10 to -4.
You're right. The value of it is going up. But in a decay, what is occurring is that the pattern is getting smaller and smaller. Or another way to think about it, your decay is getting flatter and flatter. You're like roller coaster. Now, because it's negative, it's upside down, so the roller coaster looks like this. But if you end up with a flat line like this, that's a decay. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Mr.
No problem.
Toble,
Uh-huh.
are we gonna need to know how to graph this?
When I give you the table, you don't need to graph it. I'll just give you the table. But you do need to know how to graph it when I give you the equation, and you have to plot out points. You'll have grid paper on your test paper, so you don't have to worry about that.
Let's see. Okay.
But graphing
And
it
also
is just
tomorrow.
points. So,
Oh,
and then what's up?
yeah. Tomorrow, are you gonna do like a review of everything? I mean, it's on.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go on Zoom. I'll do a couple of the first set, which is 7.1 to 7.3. We haven't done that in a while. Just go over some problems there, and then probably that'll hopefully take like 10 minutes. And then if anyone wants to ask me questions, I'll just stay on Zoom. Kind of like we're here now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.